Hai, Assalamualaikum.Wr.Wb. Good morning, kids. How are you today? I hope you are fine. Okay, welcome back to our English online learning class. Of course, with me, Miss Cynthia, on our second meeting and still discussing and learning about the suggestion. On the first meeting, we already have discussed about the expressions of asking suggestion, and today I will explain to you about how to giving suggestion to someone that already asked the suggestion to you. Okay, we will go to the next slide. Okay, first I would like to explain about giving suggestion. When you want to give some suggestion to your friends who have already asked you for the suggestion, please mind these situations. There are two situations or conditions that you have to distinguish. The first situation is the dangerous situation or the real dangerous situations, which means this is an emergency situation, or for example like an accident situation and so on. And when you are on the emergency situation, please use this form. The form is subject plus should plus verb 1. For example like this: when you see a car accident and someone needs your suggestion, you say a suggestion like this: you should call the ambulance. You as the subject, should as the verb, and the verb 1 is call. So you should call the ambulance is as a suggestion in emergency situation. Okay, this one is the second situation, which is still a dangerous situation, but it's not an emergency situation, but it's still a bad situation. Because all the person who needs the suggestion, they must be in a bad situation. And this one is the verb. You can use subject plus had better plus verb 1. For the example like this: when your friend forget to bring a pen her or his class, you can give the suggestion like this: you had better buy a new pen. You had better buy a new pen. You as a subject, had better as a verb, and the verb 1 is buy. Buy is the verb 1. So this one is the example for suggestion, for giving the suggestion. Okay, let's go to the next slide. Okay, we continue to this. It is about an expression, some expressions, the example of some expressions that you can use to give some suggestions to your friends. Okay, when you want to give some suggestion to your friends, you can use these expressions. I suggest you blah 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 blah. Second one is you really should blah 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 blah. The third one is you had better blah 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 blah. And the fourth one is I would like to suggest that blah 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 blah. And you can use the question for give some suggestion too. For example like this: can I offer you some advice? Or why don't you blah blah blah? And the last one is what if blah blah blah? For example like this: first, you really should go to the doctor. Or the example for the question is why don't you go to the doctor? Okay, all these expressions are use the verb 1 after these following expressions. So you can use go, call, buy, and all the verb one word. Can go to the next slide. Okay, this one is the responses. When someone already gave you some suggestion, you can respond the suggestions from that one. And you can give the responses for two options. The first option is you can accept the suggestion, or the second option is you can refuse or ignore the suggestion. For the first responses is an accepting suggestion. You can accept your friend's suggestion with these expressions. First, that sounds like a good idea, or just say, I will do that, or I will try that. It means that you already accept your friend's suggestion. Okay, next. Okay, this one is the second responses that you can do after you get some suggestion to your friends. When your friends already gave you some suggestion, you can refuse the suggestion or ignore the suggestion. Refuse and ignore is the same. You can refuse your friend's suggestion with these expressions, but please make sure that you won't hurt his or her feelings, because they already help you by giving you some suggestion. So please mind her or his feelings. Okay, this one is the example of the expressions by refusing some suggestions. First, I tried that, but I think I can't. Like that. And the second one is, first say, thanks, but that won't work because, and then say your reason. And the third one is, that's a good idea, but I don't think I can. And next is, no, I would rather not. Or, I don't feel like that. And the last one is, I think it's a bad idea. Okay, this one is the expressions of refusing suggestion. You can do, or you can say one or another one from these expressions. Okay, we can go to the next slide. Okay, I think this is the last slide in our online learning today. So if you guys still have some questions about our learning today, about some expressions of giving suggestion and also the responses, whether it is refusing suggestion or accepting suggestion, you can write down your questions or put your questions on the comment column on our English Google Classroom. I will answer your question there, and then I think it's enough. Thank you very much for watching these videos. I hope you enjoy to watch this video and understand what I say. Sorry for mistakes. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.